Hey, what is up guys, Phoenix here, and where we last left off, I finished the hat and most of the frame of our Funtime Freddy build. So what I'm going to do for this build, this part, is we're going to finish the ears so you guys have an idea of how big the build's going to be, and then we'll jump right into the inner detail stuff. So for the left ear, we had a dirt block we put on a single block that we're going to continue from to finish it, and we will bring it around and then we will finish some of the details that are closer there because there are going to be gaps and parts of animatronic wiring that I haven't touched on yet. So from the single, we're going to go down to the left, 1, down to the left, 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. And if you remember from each build, we always have the wider ear and then we have the inner ear. So the inner ear we'll be doing last, but right now we're just going to be working on the entire frame. So let's go down to the left, 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, up and to the left, 3 flat, up and to the left, 5 single, whoops, sorry, not 5 single, up and to the left, 2 flat, then 5 single. So we're going to just climb up like a little staircase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up and to the left, 2 vertical, up and to the left, 6 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoops, 5, 6, and this is the farthest point to the left, so we're going to start going to the right now and curling it back inward until we reach the top part over there. So let's switch our placement block to the right side. Let's go up and to the right, 3 vertical, up and to the right, 2 vertical, up and to the right, 4 single, 1, 2, 3, 4, up and to the right, 2 flat, up and to the right, 6 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to start going down to the right until we reach down there. So this is the highest point in the ear. So if you haven't hit any height limits yet, you shouldn't have any problems. These are the farthest points up and to the left. And also this is lower than the hat. So if you've done the hat, you shouldn't be hitting a height limit. So we're going down to the right, 3 flat, down to the right, 2 flat, down to the right, 4 single, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you've done enough pixel art, you should be able to do singles without doing the placement block each time. It's very easy to do singles. Down to the right, 3 vertical, down to right, 7 vertical, and this should end up touching some of the 3 vertical pieces we have right here. So see it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to go down to the left, 2 vertical. And you want to keep track of the blocks you placed here because they're right next to blocks that are from the other part, and you don't want to confuse them. So let's go down to the left, 1 single, down to the left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 1, 2. And if it met up with what we just finished like that, you're fine, and you should have this little triangle gap right here, which we're now going to fill up. So for this triangle gap, where we just put the 2 vertical 2 times in a row right there, so right here, we're going to go to the top one and the bottom block in it, and we're going to go down and to the right, 2 singles. So this area right here is going to get filled in with wiring. Now we need this smaller triangle to fill up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up and to the right from here where we have this 1 single right here, and we're going to go down 1 black wool and then to the right 1. So this block is going to get colored with the gray or whatever you use for your animatronic wiring, and we're going to get a piece of glass to show the blocks that will never get a block in there. These 3 will be empty forever, and this 1 single up here. So you put a glass in there, so that way you'll remember never to fill them with anything. They're going to be blank forever. Now let's move on to the inner ear. We're going to go to the 4 flat on the bottom right here, and let's go to the block all the way on the right. And what we're going to do is we're going to put 5 placement blocks on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 blocks of coal on top of that. And that's where we're going to start. From the 2 blocks of coal, we're going to go to the bottom block, and we're going to put 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go up and to the left, 2 flat, up and to the left, 2 single, Up and to left 7 vertical. So we're just rounding out the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we're going to go to the right side. So we're going to up and to the right 2 vertical. And that's where we're going to put our placement block, switching sides. And now we'll flatten it out by going up and to the right 1 single. And then bridging the quick gap with 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now to go down, we're going to go down to the right 1 single. Down to the right 2 flat. And from the right block into 2 flat, we're just going to put 8 going straight below it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now to finish this completely, we're going to put 1 to the left of that final block. And then we're going to go up backwards L shape by going down to left 2 vertical. And on the bottom block into 2 vertical, we're going to put 1 to the left. And that locks out the left ear. Now we can move on to the right ear and do the exact same thing. It's going to be different numbers and stuff, but it's going to have the overall same idea. There are going to be some blocks that are going to be not filled in, and we're also going to have an inner ear and stuff like that. So where we have the single on the right side, we're going to go down and to the right from it, 1 single. Down and to the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right 4 flat. Up and to the right 3 flat. Up and to the right 2 flat. And we're going to switch over into some singles and then into the verticals. So what you're going to need is go up and to the right 5 single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, we're going to up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left 1 single. Up and to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And remember what I said before, if you have the singles in a row, you don't need to try to practice not using the dirt blocks whenever I do this. If you never use dirt blocks for the whole thing, that's very good, but it might lead to some confusion. Like, you might leave a block and forget which one it was. But anyways, for here, we're going to go up and to left 3 singles, so you can just do this part really quickly. See? It's very easy, very smooth transitioning. Up and to left 2 flat. Up and to left 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, once you've mastered it, it's so easy just to knock off the block. We're then going to go down and to left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down to left 2 flat. And this is almost rounded out now, so we're going to just bring it down. We're going to go down to left 4 singles, so do the same strategy again. 2, 3, 4. And kind of like the left side, when we bring it down, it's going to be close to touching most of these blocks, so you have to remember where you put your stuff. So we're going to go down to left 2 vertical. Down to left 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're then going to go down to right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then we're going to go down to the right 2 single. And that should lock out the ear. From there, we're going to do the inner triangle pieces right here, where I told you some parts are going to be left empty and some are going to be full. So let's go to the 2 singles we just placed. On the top one, we're going to go down to left 1 single. And then going up and to the left from that single, we have the 2 vertical right here. The bottom block in the 2 verticals and get 1 to the left. And that's it. Very easy to do. So, similar to the left side, this 3 block formation right here is going to be left empty, and the top single right here is going to be left empty. The other ones you can color in with dark gray wool or light gray wool, whatever you use for animatronic wiring. And then we can move on to the inner ear. So for the inner ear, we're going to go to the bottom of the ear where we have this 4 flat, and on the right side of it where we have the 3 flat, we're going to go to the left block in it. So this one right here. And we're going to put 4 pieces of placement block on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to follow that up with 1 piece of coal. From there, we're going to put 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to start doing like a mini circle where we go up and to the left, 2 singles. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. Up and to the left, 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right, 2 flat. Down and to the right, 2 vertical. And the ear looks a little bit different from the left side, but it's fine. You just need a overall similar shape. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Most of my pixel arts, not all the whole thing is not symmetrical, so it's fine. But anyways, we're going to go down to the right, 3 vertical now. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right, 2 vertical. And now for the final stretch, where we're going to curve back inward, we're going to go down and to the left, 1 single. Down and to the left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down to the left, 1 single. And then down to the left, 2 flat. And that completes that circle shape. So we're done with the entire frame now. All we have left is the inner details of stuff. So that's what I'm going to do next. We're going to do some of the inner details of the top of the face and also the bottom of the jaw, which we've set up before but we didn't actually complete. Let's go to the left side of the ear, below the ear, where we have these 2 singles, then the 4 vertical. And this is right before we start the ear, like you can see right here. And I'm going to mark them for you. And on that 4 vertical, what you're going to want to do is we're going to put 1 to the right of the bottom block. That's where we're going to start the lines that lead up into the eyes. So from there, we're going to go down to the right, 2 flat. Down to the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row. So placement 1, 2, 3, and do it again. Placement 1, 2, 3. From there, we're going to go down to the right, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up and to the right, 6 flat. And a lot of these are just repetitive, but it just changes the direction. And this will loop up into the eye, but we're not going to do the eye. We're just going to go over into the nose area. So we're going to go up and to the right, 3 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single. And we can mark the single. If we want, we can continue with the single or up and to the right, and it'll create the circle of the eye. But we're going to go down with it, and we're going to go down to the right, 2 flat. And this is going to be on top of the nose now. And now we can move over to the right side and do the exact same thing, and we'll meet up at the nose. So let's go to the 4 vertical on the right side. Let me mark it for you. It's at the same-ish area. You see we have these 2 singles right before it. Let me get rid of these dirt blocks. It's at the same level right before the ear. And on the final block, or the bottom one, we're going to put 1 to the left. We're then going to go down to the left, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. So placement 1, 2. Placement 1, 2. We're then going to go down to the left, 16 flat. So you can split this into 2 groups of 8 or 4 groups of 4 just to make it easier to count. I think 4 groups of 4 is pretty easy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, we're almost done already. All we're going to do is go up and to the left, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from there, what you can do is on the 3rd block from the right, so this one right here, we can put 1 on top to start the eye, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go all the way to the end, and the 2 bottom blocks, or the 2 final blocks, you're going to get 1 on the bottom. And that's going to be the same thing we do on the right side over here, where we have these two flats. These two flats are going to get one underneath. And these should be on the same level, so we can just drag it over and make them meet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks. Perfect. And this is exactly the top of the nose. So we can go around with these 14 flats and make a circle, and it should make the nose shape. And I think we'll do that before we end. So we're going to go down and to the left from the left side. 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down and to the right, 2 single. Down and to the right, 2 flat. Down and to the right, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to bring it back up now. Let's go up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 2 single. And then finally up and to the right, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And it looks pretty symmetrical now that I look at it. It doesn't look too off, but you can see at certain areas that it might not be the best. So we're going to start setting up a little bit of the framework for next part. So stuff that we can branch off to, or stuff that we just didn't touch on. So let's go to the bottom of the nose where we have the 6 flat, for example. And we're going to take the 3rd and 4th block, which are the 2 center blocks. And all we're going to do is put 12 going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the same thing on the right side. That's going to start the kind of the middle fold in the animatronic. Then we have parts of the snout that we can start on the left and the right side, where we have the 5 verticals. So on both sides, we're going to take the second to last block from the top. And on the left side, we're going to put 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the right side, we're going to put 6 to the right. There's different numbers, but it's the same kind of structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if we want to, we can continue that and make the rest of the cheek, but I'm not going to do that yet. We'll mark the tips just so that we have something to continue off next time. And I think that would be it, actually. We can start the cheek too. There's some parts of the cheek that I can round out for you guys. So let's actually do that. We'll start the first couple of blocks. So on the left side of the cheeks, where we have the 9 vertical right here, we're going to go to the second to last block from the bottom. Let me just get rid of these dirt blocks so they're not in the way too. So the second to last block, we're going to put 1 to the right of it, and then go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to go up and to the right, 2 flat, and that's where we're going to start the left cheek. So we'll mark that for next time. And then the final thing we're going to do is on the right side. We're going to go to the same cheek area on the right side, except instead of 9 vertical, it should be 8. Let's fly all the way over here. And yep, where we have this 8 vertical, starting from the bottom, on the left side, we're going to put 7 going straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So mark them. And all we're going to do is from the top block into 7, we're going to up and to the left, 2 singles. Up and to the left, 7 flat. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to mark that 7 flat. We can continue that when we want to do the right cheek next time. So now we have the snout, the cheek, and parts of the eyeballs ready to start. And that's what we're going to do next time. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm going to keep these kind of short just so I can have more time to record, because if I try to do longer recordings, sometimes they get interrupted halfway and I'm not able to complete them. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. This is Phoenix, and as always, I will see you guys later.